What up, guys, and welcome back. We've got an exciting sneaker guide today. There are a lot of releases to finish out this month. I'm going to be messing with some of them, definitely not all of them. So I'm going to share with you guys what I'm messing with and what we can make money on. To start it off on the 20th, we've got the Jordan 1 OG High Bordeaux. Now this is a clean colorway. Not the best Jordan 1 colorway, but it is going to have some resale value. This shoe retails for $170. There are going to be quite a few of these pairs available. As we speak, the raffles are probably open or closing, depending on when this video gets uploaded. So check your foot sites for raffles. Make sure you check on sneakers at 10 a.m. Make sure you check your foot sites at 10 a.m. Every Jordan 1 OG High is a must cop. The resale value might not look appealing on release day, but I promise you it will go up. I'm expecting the resale value on these to start out around $220 to $240, depending on the size. About a year ago, the smaller sizes were actually reselling for more. However, this release, I'm expecting the bigger sizes to do a little bit better than the smaller sizes. It really doesn't matter what size you cop. Cop any men's size and you will make money. There's nothing wrong with collecting profits on these right away. However, I would suggest holding these. That 6 to 8 month time period is a good holding period for these. I know I use that 6 to 8 months a lot, but sometimes that's the time it takes for shoe values to mature to the point to where you can maximize your profits. Jordan 1s are my favorite retro, so you know I'm going to be copping these. Next up that same day, we have the Yeezy 500 Ash Gray. These are going to retail for $200. I'm not going to lie, I haven't been copping a lot of the Yeezy 500s or the 700s even, but I believe that this is going to be a good shoe to get. It's a good, clean, neutral colorway, and I think that the value is going to rise over time. These are going to be dropping on Yeezy Supply, as well as all of the foot sites at 10 a.m. So make sure you look out for raffles being live. Again, like the ones, the raffles are probably either ending today or they're just ended. So keep an eye out for those, as well as them going live on release day, November 20th at 10 a.m. Keep an eye on the Yeezy Supply countdown. The last Yeezy release happened at 9 a.m., so they may actually drop these earlier than 10 a.m. Just keep an eye out on that countdown. I expect the resale value on these to hover anywhere between $250 and $300. I don't expect them to turn a lot of profit right away, but like I said, it is a good, clean colorway, and once people start wearing these, there's going to be less DS pairs out there for people to cop, and hence the value will go up. It's all about supply and demand with these colorways. If you see a fire colorway, when in doubt, cop it. It sounds a little biased because it's not always all about the colorways. It is about supply and demand. The more limited releases are always going to turn the higher value, but I do think these are a safe cop, and it's not the only 500 that's going to be releasing this month. If you stick around, we're going to talk about another 500 that's going to release at a later date. Next up, we have a sneaker that I talked about in the last sneaker guide. The Jordan 1 OG Mom in Year. Super exclusive. Good luck. That's about all I have to say. The only release info that I've seen is obviously on the Mom in Year site. Retail's $200, resale up in the air. Not too sure how many pairs they're going to be releasing. It's obviously going to be super limited. Your only chance at these is going to be to have some trigger fingers online or find somebody that's got a bot. I don't have a lot of advice with botting. I linked our Discord group in a previous video. You're more than welcome to join this Discord group, Bread and Butter, to see if anybody's running slots for those. I'll talk about botting and slots in a future video. You definitely have to be careful with who you trust with bots. Normally, to be successful, you're going to have to provide a lot of personal info for somebody to run a bot for you. And you should be a little bit hesitant with who you deal with, obviously. You don't want to get scammed and you don't want your card information stolen. But if you have somebody that you can trust and somebody who's good at running a bot, it's probably your best chance to cop not only this sneaker, but a lot of these sneakers that are coming out this week. So keep an eye out for the Mom in Years on the 24th. We do have another release on the 24th. It's the Jordan 9 boot. They're black with a gum sole. In my opinion, for a boot, they're pretty fresh. Do I see a lot of resale potential with these? No. If you're a reseller, I'd probably leave these on the shelf. To be honest, this is probably something that I would cop to wear at work. Retail's a little on the high side. It's $225 retail. I don't see resale value being there at all whatsoever. I'm going to say that they're probably going to hover right around retail for a while. It just kind of depends on how many pairs they're going to release. Looks like foot sites and sneakers are going to be dropping these. If you're a sneakerhead and you work somewhere where you need boots, cop. If you're looking to resell these, leave them sit. There's plenty of releases that you can make money on this week. Next up, we have Black Friday. There haven't been a lot of rumors going around this year for Black Friday for whatever reason. Normally, Jordan Brand has something up their sleeve for Black Friday. Haven't seen a lot of news on it yet, but I would definitely stay tuned for some Black Friday craziness. It wouldn't surprise me if there's some sort of restock on the sneakers app. It also wouldn't surprise me if some of these foot sites restock something. As of right now, we have a couple shoes that we can count on for this date. The first one is the Jordan 11 Animal Instincts. It is a women's shoe, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't have resale value. The retail is set high at $225. This isn't the first time that we've seen animal print on a Jordan 11. We've got the cheetah print that's taking place of the patent leather on these. We have seen some 11s in the past with the horse hair and whatnot. The problem with these is the retail value is so high that it cuts into the margins. This release kind of reminds me of like the two velvet colorways that released maybe a couple years ago. We had the maroon velvets and then we had the black velvets. The problem with those was the same. I mean, the retail was a little bit higher. I think those were GS extended, maybe women's extended. And it was hard to turn a profit on those because the retail was so high. Some of those were actually sitting on the shelves for a while. I'll have to take a peek at what the resale value is on those now. It might give us a better idea of what the maturity is going to be on these Animal Instincts. And that might also give us a better idea as to whether or not we should cop these. Looking at the resale value now on these, I would say if you're going to go for them, definitely try and snipe some bigger sizes. The bigger sizes are going to appeal to a bigger market. Most men obviously aren't going to sneak into those smaller sizes since this is a women's release, but those bigger sizes translate to the smaller men's sizes. If you can cop sizes 10 to 12, those are going to turn a good profit for you. I don't see these having a ton of value on release day. If you cop a bigger size, I see them sitting around 300, maybe 325. I say quick flip them. Black Friday is a time whenever people are ready to spend money. There's going to be a lot of pairs of these produced. My suggestion would be to hit up your foot site raffles on the apps, Foot Locker, Champs, JD. Hit those up and try and enter for the bigger sizes in the raffles. If you have head starts from points from past purchases, use those head starts for the bigger sizes. Try and set yourself aside from the rest of the crowd that's going for the same pairs. If you luck up on a bigger size, you're going to make some money on them. And then come release day, whenever they drop on sneakers at 10 a.m. or on foot sites at 10 a.m., we'll have a better idea of what the resale value is going to be. And then maybe we can broaden our horizon on which sizes we're trying to cop. As of right now, I would say don't mess with anything under a size 10. But as we learn more about stock levels and what the demand for these is going to be, I might say open up and go ahead and go for any size. The next release we have is actually a restock. That same day, Black Friday on the 26th, we have the Yeezy 500 Utility Blacks. Retail on those is $200. It's going to be on some random sneaker stores as raffles. It doesn't look like Yeezy Supply is going to be restocking them, but I would stay tuned to see if they have any more news. As of right now, it looks like stores like S&S and Naked and like the more boutique stores are going to be restocking those. Good, clean colorway, all black, 500. They've released in the past, still holding good value. Definitely a cop if you can get your hands on them. Enter all the raffles, give yourself a chance. Takes almost no time to enter the raffles. And if you hit, you hit. If you don't, you tried. One of the last shoes on the radar for this month is the Yeezy 700 Faded Azure. The 700s have a little bit higher of a retail at $240. It looks like we can expect these on some foot sites, Yeezy Supply, maybe Adidas, and the Confirmed app. Make sure you download all these apps. These apps are super helpful. It's easy to enter these raffles. The more purchases you make on these apps, it boosts your status on the app. So once your account gets to a certain level, it's actually going to help you with the algorithm. The higher status you are, like for instance on Adidas, if you're an icon level, that's the highest level you can be. If you achieve and maintain that status, it's going to help you cop more pairs. I would say give yourself as many chances as you can for these 700s. Good, clean colorway. And if you notice a trend with these blue 700 colorways, the value seems to climb drastically. I wouldn't say that they're going to be a super high value right away. Maybe low threes. But take a look at some of the past colorways for yourself. Hop on GOAT and StockX and see what these 700s with blue in the colorway are doing. Most of them, for the most part, have matured quite a bit, and the values have climbed. Again, yes, there are plenty of other releases happening towards the end of this month. If I didn't mention it, doesn't mean that I won't cop. Probably won't, though. I don't mess with everything. Yes, there are other opportunities to make money with shoe releases this month. If I don't know it, I'm not going to suggest that you go out and cop it. However, I do have some honorable mentions on my radar for this month. 2021 has been the year of the dunks, let me tell you. I have never seen the resale value on Dunks do what they have this year. So it goes without mentioning, we've got some more Dunks. Just last week, we had a pair of women's Dunks. They were pink, white and pink. And this week, we've got another pair. All of these Dunks I'm about to mention are either women's or grade school sizes, but all of them should turn a little bit of profit. We've got the low bronze eclipses, we've got the low pink velvets, and then we've got the highs and the lows. There's two pairs coming out on the 27th. There's a high version and a low version. Both of them are pretty fire. The soles on them really stand out. The outsoles, I should say. I expect those lows on the 27th to have a really good resale value. It's a good, clean colorway. The resale apps are holding strong right now. Goat and StockX look pretty good. I know that release day is a little bit further out, but I think that those are going to hold strong. Dunk highs aren't turning as large of a profit as the Dunk lows. I do think that this colorway is going to be profitable. The yellow and the red really pop on the Dunk high. With a retail at $120, I think that the resale value on these is going to be anywhere between $200 and $220. Two other things to keep in the back of your mind. There are a couple fire releases that have been rumored to drop this month. Whether it's going to happen or not, I don't know. A lot of these news blogs have rumored a restock for the Yeezy 350 V2 blue tints. These blue tints have been hovering around the past couple years, and resale value has always held strong. If the blue tints restock, go all in. That shoe is a no hesitate, any size cop. Enough said about those blue tints. If you see them, mark the date down. Cop them if you can. Run bots. Can't beat them, join them, right? So there's people that hate on botting. I hated on it for the longest time, and mostly the hate just came because I was mad that I couldn't get the pairs. So like I said, can't beat them, join them. Run bots. Check for raffles. Keep an eye on Yeezy supply. Keep an eye on Adidas Confirmed in the Adidas app too. They like to give exclusive access and throw those up for raffles at any given time. The other release that's up in the air is a fire collab. We've got the Sakai Low Kaz Blazers. They're kind of wild, super colorful, but in my opinion, they're fire. The double tongue is nuts. It's got the X's on the side. I'll throw up a picture. The outsole has the Kaz X's on them too. Fire collab resale is going to be super high. I could see these like quick striking on the sneakers app. Make sure you have your notifications on the sneakers app. Unless information gets leaked, the ones who are doing the collabs are going to be the first to post about it. Follow them on Instagram, turn on your notifications, and be ready. With all that being said, it's time to wrap it up. We have a lot of releases starting right now. Make sure you're hopping on those Footside apps to try and enter all the raffles that you can. Stay tuned for the sneakers drops at 10 a.m. Yeezy supply, 9 a.m. more than likely. Make sure you're watching those sneaker stores on social media, whether that be the boutiques or the ones that are doing the collabs. Keep an eye on your Confirmed app and your Adidas app. When it comes to the Confirmed app, the Adidas app, all your Footside apps, and even your sneakers app, make sure you're logged into those if you're spending money, not even just for shoes. If you're buying Nike stuff, make sure you're logged into your Nike account. Same goes for Adidas, all the other foot sites. You gain points, you get ahead in the algorithm, you're going to get more chances to cop shoes. I'm excited for the rest of this month. I hope y'all are too. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe. If you have any questions about any of these releases, follow me on Instagram. The handle is the same, all AB sneakers. Plenty of releases happening to end this month. Let's feast on them, and don't forget, this is all about sneakers.